This video is brought to you by the 3-Minute Board Game patrons. Keep us independent by supporting us on Patreon. Kia ora koutou and welcome to Trekking Through History in about 3 minutes. Review copy used. It has a solo mode. It's a game for 1 to 4 players, playing time is short, and it's a pretty simple game. You are a time traveler. Over 3 days can you visit the most important and interesting events from history. The game is played over 3 full eras of play, with each having their own unique set of cards. The winner is the player at the end of the 3rd era with the most points, and you gain points from many sources, including collecting sets of ascending cards. Drafting. Each turn you will draft a card from the central display. Set collection. You'll collect sets of cards and tokens in order to score points. Player turn. Each player will have 4 scoring boards to choose from. Pick one and put the others aside for now. You'll be wanting to place tokens on these boards to score points. You get those tokens from drafting cards from the central display. Take the first era set of cards, placing the others aside. Shuffle them and then arrange them across the bottom of the main board like so. When it is your turn to draft a card, you will pick one and pay the time cost shown below it. Let's look how time works. Each player's time marker starts at the top of the clock. The player who's on top of the stack is the active player. Yellow takes a 2-time card and advances their marker 2 steps. Teal is the next player and takes a 5-time card, moving to the 5 spot. Blue is the top marker furthest back, so is next to act. They take a 4-time card and move to the 4 spot. Red also takes a 4 and puts its marker on top of the blue player. Yellow then takes a 1-time card and is still behind on the clock, so picks again. They pick a 4-time card but spend 3 crystals to reduce its time to a minimum of 1 per card. Because of that, yellow gets 3 turns in a row. In addition to spending time when you draft a card, you gain the tokens printed on it. So here that is 1 blue, 1 brown and 1 crystal. You also gain the token below the card as well. Here that is another brown one. Slide cards right to fill any gaps, refreshing from the deck on the left. You can take the leftmost card, but it has no bonus below it. Here are all the benefits you would gain from each card. When you take a card, you ideally want to get a later time card than your current one, like this sequence here. If you pick an earlier time card, that interrupts your current sequence, and you must start a new one. You can also draft an ancestor card to extend your trips a little longer. The longer your trips, the more points they will score at the end of the game. Tokens you collect go on your scoring board from the top down. If you cover up a crystal, you gain 1 to reduce time loss later. If you cover up a number, you gain that many points. And if you complete a row like this, score the points shown at the end. Ancestors and some other cards will give purple wild tokens, and they can be placed in any column. When moving your timepiece, if you land on the 12, gain 3 points, but you can go over time. The round ends once all players have used their time. If it is era 1 or 2, set up for the next era and keep playing. If it is era 3, go to final scoring. Why would you like this game? Trekking Through History is very much a family game, and we should evaluate it through that lens. As a result, it's not highly cutthroat, but it is engaging. The card drafting system is nothing remarkable, but it's got just enough going on to keep you paying attention. Because while you're playing the game, you're also juggling the long-term goal of building massive journeys for big points with the short-term desires to score maximum points on each of your scoring boards. To me, that's enough tension in the game's main decision space to keep me focused. The historic moments are nicely varied as well, and not just a slice of European history. I also really like that they give you this list of all the times in each card set. I highly recommend this for family game night. The best thing about this game is its basic history nuggets on the back of the cards. They're great conversation starters. However, for veteran gamers, there might not be enough here to keep you engaged for more than a play or two. While Trekking Through History does very little wrong as a game, it's still a family game at heart. For another fast set collection game, try Century Golem, and for a more involved history game, try Books of Time. Trekking Through History. Sadly, you can't kill Hitler. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the notification button, like, share, and subscribe to the channel.